Hi guys, welcome. My name is Sharon and welcome to my channel. And my channel mostly is about knitting and crochet, yarn haul probably here and there. And yeah, so today I have, well, let's talk about where I am. I'm in my craft room, but it's at another side of the craft room. So usually I am my bag is all my yarn, but today I feel like I just wanted to make it like simpler because so much going on behind me. And yeah, so it's another corner of my yarn room, craft room, whatever you want to call it, because I do have a lot of craft. And yeah, so today I have some finished object as well as some new cast on that I wanted to show you. And well, without further ado, let's get into it, shall we? So grab your drink. A lot of my podcast is probably like 30 minutes or so, I believe. Gotta dehydrate myself. I'm just drinking water. So this is my Starbucks tumbler. I don't remember when I got it. I got it in Singapore, and yeah, so this is a lovely tumbler, and I love the color pink. So the first finished object I wanted to show you is something that I have shown in the previous podcast. It's a sweater and it's right here. So this is the, I have finished this. This is called Brick. I don't remember who's the maker. I'll put it on the screen. So this is Brick. I finished it and I love it because the ribbing is like super long. You actually have to do like a 30 row of ribbing, which is the I think it actually suggested the twisted 1x1 twisted rib, but I didn't do that. I just do the normal 1x1 rib because I think it looked nice as well, and that one is simpler. And the body also have 30 rows of 1x1 rib, you can see. And I think mine is really different from the picture. If I can pop a picture here. So you see, mine is very different from the picture because my neck here is kind of like lower and it gave off this like V shape, but the color in the pattern is like, what do you call that? Is that called crew neck? I'm not sure. The round neck. Yeah, but mine, I think I did accidentally knit extra increases when I was doing the yoke. That is why it is like deeper and it gives this V shape. But I actually don't mind it because I do like the V shape in the neck. And then I did the size, the third size I believe, or the second size, third size, yeah. And yes, it's very simple, like just straight down knitting. And yes, it's very nice one. It's a little bit cropped compared to the length suggested in the pattern. I just don't want it to be too long. And also let me see, in the pattern I believe suggested two type of body shaping. You can either do just a straight body shaping, just a straight down body without any shaping, or you can choose to do the shaping, the one with shaping. But I just did the straight body because I like it to be like comfortable, loose, and a little bit baggy. So yeah, because yeah, well, I just like it that way. And the yarn that I use for this is, let me see if I can find the label. Oh, it's right behind the camera, so give me a second. Okay, so this is the yarn that I use, which is the, what is this? The Himalaya anti-peeling everyday new tweed, and this is 100% acrylic. Yeah, I got the yarn from Hobium, and oh, sorry. Okay, so yeah, this is 100% acrylic, and let me see the colorway for this, which is surprising when I look it up. It was the colorway name is actually called Brick. It's like so perfect for this pattern because this pattern is called Brick as well. So yay, match. Pattern and color name all called Brick. Okay, so, and by the way, that is a free pattern. I will link the pattern down below so you can have a look if you're interested. You can also make one if you wanted to. So that is my first whip. So if you have any question on any of the project or item that I talked about, you can always comment or ask me the question down below at the comment section, and I will be happy to answer your question. Alright, so let's move on to the second finished object. So this second finished object, you can see here, I just finished it just now. So it is this little giraffe, cow. My son saw this and he said it's a goat. Whatever you want to call it, it's amigurumi. I made this one before, and I gifted to one of my friends. Her daughter was 1 year old, probably last year or last 2 years, I don't really remember. And she wanted another exact one because she said the previous one, her daughter actually played with it. I think it fell on the ground or something, so it is yeah, a little bit filthy, so she wanted to have another same exact one. So I did this one, and yeah, look how cute he is. And look at his little tail. This one doesn't take very long because of the yarn. I don't have the yarn here, but this is, I believe, 100% polyester yarn. It's very soft. It's those like velvety yarn. You can see that's the yarn. I don't know the colorway for both. Probably this is just white. This one I'm not very sure because when I bought this yarn, I bought it from AliExpress and there is no label whatsoever, so I don't know the yardage. I don't know how many gram, probably 50 or 100, I'm not sure. Yeah, and so yeah, thankfully I still have the same colored yarn, so I can make another one. And yeah, so I hope she like it. I did take a picture and show her, if just to confirm if this is the one that she wanted, and yeah, she said this is the one she wanted, the another one. And yeah, because I think I made her another amigurumi which is a cow, so I wasn't sure. So anyway, so yeah, so that is my second finished object. This one, there is no pattern. Usually for me, when I'm doing amigurumi, crocheting amigurumi, I don't particularly follow any pattern. I usually just, I don't know, crochet it and just eyeballing it, just winging it, and hopefully it turned out cute. That's my style when I do amigurumi. It's very bad because when people ask me to do the exact same one, And I didn't write down the number of stitches or the increase or the row, but I have the picture of the previous one, so I just used that picture as a reference to make the other one. But if you compare it side by side, it might be a little bit different, like I said, because I don't have all the stitch count and the increase and everything. So yeah, it might, like the body of this one might be a little bit longer, or probably like wider or something, but it's still the idea is still there. As long as the finished result it look okay for me, I'm fine with it. Yeah. And I did ask her if it's okay that it is not exactly the same size and shape, so she said it's okay. So yeah. It's not very yeah, that's why I cannot mass produce something, because I, especially like for amigurumi, because I don't count stitches and all those. Okay, so the next few finished object is smaller projects, and the third finished object is this socks that I talked about in my previous episode. And this socks is for my daughter. I finished it, and there's some like ruffling here, ruffled. No pattern for this. I don't know, I was just playing with increases, stitches and all those, but I did measure her feet when I was doing the bottom here of her foot. I measured and it fit very nicely, and yeah, it does look cute on her. She have a very small feet. She's 10 years old, but she have a feet of like, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 years old child. She have very tiny feet. And yeah, so that's done. So the yarn for this is Knit Muse. Let's see if I remember the colorway name. Okay, so for this color, the cuff colorway, this is the Delight Speckle from the Knit Muse, and then the rest of the foot is in the colorway Kindness Speckle. I remember. So yeah, so I only did the cuff and the heel. I wanted to do the color, the Delight Speckle for the toe as well, but then I just knit until the toe, and then I did the decrease and I forgot all about the contrast color, so it doesn't matter. Well, at least it's matching. So yeah, finish this one. So that's my third finished object. I'll just leave this here. Third. Okay, so fourth finished object is, I did this fingerless mitten glove, and I finished it like yesterday. This is a very quick one. I wanted to do this because I was in the office the other day and it was so cold. I do have another fingerless mitten, but that one was a little bit short, and it was also like fingerless mitten. I think it's until here and it's still very cold, so I decided to make longer one. I'll just try it on and show you. So this is a pattern. This is a pattern, a free pattern from excuse me, Knitpick, I believe. Knitpick. I'll leave the link below where you can find the pattern. It's a very simple pattern, simple, very practical. I really like it. So yeah, and this is like the first proper fingerless glove that I did, because the previous one I didn't follow any pattern, so I don't know how to do the thumb increase, so there's no thumb for that particular one. It's just straight up, and then there's just this the hole for the thumb, but there's no like this section here. So definitely yeah, definitely need pattern to see how it is done. So I'm super happy. And this is definitely longer, if you can see, because the other one was like down here, and this is like up here. So I'm liking it so much. And the yarn, oh my god, I'm so not prepared for this. I did not bring all the yarn over. I just start the video and talk. Oh my god, that's so bad. Okay, let's see if I remember. So the yarn that I use for this is actually leftover yarn from the Shalography that I did last year. The Shalography from Stephen West. It is the MCal. Wait, is that what you call it? I think so. Stephen West Shalography, something like that. Cal? I don't know. Knit along. I'm not sure. Yeah. So this is the leftover, and the yarn is from in the indie dyer, which I bought from in Etsy, and her name is Tamiwicolor. I don't know the colorway name though. I will put it on the screen if I can find, and I'll also put the link to her store down below if you are interested to look at the yarn that she has. I ordered twice from her because I think her pricing, the yarn pricing, is actually not bad for indie dyed yarn, hand dyed yarn. It's relatively cheaper than most of the hand dyed yarn out there. So, and this is her soft sock. Yeah, her soft sock. But it's still 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And yeah, but I really like the color, and it's a little bit warm, so I need to take it off right now. And yeah, that is my fourth colorway, and my fourth finished object. Okay, I'm so not ready. And this one, in the pattern, there are 3 sizes. So there's you look at your palm size. If you have a 6-inch, 7-inch, or 8-inch palm size, I did this 8-inch palm size. Although I do have, like, my hand is not exactly very big. Usually I would choose for the 6-inch palm size. The reason I did the 8-inch is because the pattern actually suggested I think it's a DK weight yarn, but I'm using a fingering weight yarn, and that is why I size up on that. So yeah, go check out the pattern, and it's simple to follow, very easy and very quick. Yeah, I'll tell you the reason later on why I also did this, why I cast on this particular fingerless mitten, not just because I need to use it, although that is a very good reason, but yeah, there's another reason. And then the last finished object I have is the socks that I started in the last episode. Yeah, but I think I only did like till here. I just started and I finished it. So it is a very simple moss, double moss, I believe, double moss stitch. And then the bottom of the feet is just stockinette. I did a slip stitch heel flap gusset for the heel. I really like that heel because it's the most comfortable for me. And the contrast color, I don't remember the yarn for the contrast color because this is just in my leftover yarn. And then this main color is from, give me a minute, the yarn is over here. Okay, so this is the yarn I bought from Hobby, and this is the Atlas yarn, 75% superwash wool and 25% polyamide. That's the yarn, and the colorway is number 4. I'll have to look that up, I mean the color name, and I'll just put it on the screen so you can see. And that's the color. It's like purple, blue, and then probably like very dark blue. Yeah, and then some yeah, so that's the colorway. It's very pretty. So that's how it turned out. Very nice. I use a 2.25 millimeter needle, and I did 56 stitch in the round. And yeah, I use magic loop for the socks because I do not own any 9-inch circular needle. I did make it I did order it recently, but it's not here yet. So it's a Chowgu twist, I believe. And yeah, excited to try that because I do a lot of sweater and sleeve knitting, because my sleeve knitting is usually magic loop as well, and it can be a little bit annoying doing the magic loop when you are knitting on the sleeve. So I really wanted to try the 9-inch circular needle. So yeah, so cannot wait for that. And that's my last finished object. Alright, so now let's move on to some whip. I have 4 that I can see right now beside me. The first one is the scrap bolster that I wanted to do, the very colorful one. I did show it in the previous podcast, the previous episode. Yeah, and I'm not finished. So this is the very, very colorful, crazy, scrappy bolster that I wanted to do. So if you can see, it's already joined in the round. Basically, I joined it using a zip. So here's the zip, and yeah, but so I have to stitch here, and then I have to put the what do you call this, the circle. Where did I put it? I don't remember. Is it here? No. Oh no, I don't know. Where did it go? I'll have to find it. But I did 2 crochet 2 circle to cover on each of the side. And yeah, so because I'm going to put another I'm going to sew up a layer and then put all the stuffing in that one with a white fabric, and then I'm going to layer it with this crochet scrappy cover. And the only thing stopping me right now is look at all of this. My goodness, I'm thinking of weaving in all this, but when I look at this, I really don't feel like I want to do it. So it's been just sitting there after I saw the zipper on, and yeah, so I'll have to think of how I'm going to weave this in, because it's like so much ends. Don't really like it. Yeah. Okay, so still a whip. I hope to show it as a FO in the next episode, which is in the next 2 weeks. I hope it's done, because I don't really want to look at it, because yeah. But I do like the crazy color in here. These are all scrap yarn from the same fiber, same brand of yarn. It's a very cheap acrylic that I bought the first time I started to crochet, which is like so long ago. I still have all those acrylic yarn, and yeah. Alright, so that's the first whip. Second whip I have is, let me see. Okay, so this one you have seen from the previous episode as well. So this is the HoneyComb Aran sweater. So yeah, so I finished the back. So let me show you. I know what is the one question that everyone is going to ask me when you look at this. It is this line, right? It is so distracting and so annoying, but yeah, I should have like, I know I should have like snipped off that particular length of yarn when I see that it came out from the skein, white skein, and probably it didn't manage to dye that part, but somehow I just carry on. Well, because I don't know, like I'm afraid that it's going to be so long and I'm going to waste the yarn because I wouldn't have enough. So I didn't cut it off, and then when I did already like 2 rows and it's just that 2 rows, I was like, but I don't want to frog back. I don't want to unravel back, so I just leave it. And well, I was thinking, well, at least this is the back side of the sweater and I'm not gonna see it. Although I did wish I would have just cut it off, but oh well, it's already there. And well, it's unique because, you know, it's hand knit, right? I think it doesn't really matter, but I do like the pattern. You can see like very pretty cabling pattern there. I love this pattern at the back, the middle, the cable. And then I also like this diamond. Maybe let me show you, just get close. Okay, so look at the diamond. That one is also very pretty. And then there's this 3 braided cable. I also like that very much. And yeah, so this is the middle part. So interesting. Okay, so the yarn, let's talk about the yarn. Okay, it's over here. Alright, so this is the back part, and the yarn is this one. I don't know what yarn is this. I got it from a friend and she have like 5 skein, so I bought all 5 skein. And yeah, so the color is like a tonal green, so it's not like solid green, it's like tonal. That's why you see like some variation in the sweater earlier, because the yarn is not like solid. So yeah, there's no information on, like, it just says 100 gram, and it just suggests the hooks, crochet hook size like 4 or 5, and then the knitting needle is also 4 or 5. And there is no like fiber content, there's no meterage or yardage, and it also didn't say where this yarn is made from, so I have no idea. I just use it because it's in my stash. And I did start the front panel, so this is the front panel, and I just managed to like do this much on the front panel. Yeah, but the front panel, if I did see any like undyed pieces in the yarn, like white, any white, I will probably cut that off because that's the front, and if I look at the mirror I'll be able to see it and I wouldn't like it. So yeah, if there's any like undyed part, I'll just cut it off. So that's my second whip. Oh, and the pattern for this, oh yeah, I did mention, it's HoneyComb Aran sweater. HoneyComb Aran, I believe. It's a free pattern from Yarnspiration. And let me see if I write it down somewhere here. By Gayle Bunn. Gayle Bunn. And yeah, it's a free pattern. I'll link the pattern down below, so if you're interested, please go check it out and you can knit along with me. Wouldn't that be fun? Alright, what's next? So that's the second one. The third one I have is something I just started. I'm not very sure about this one. I cast it on because I have the yarn and I really wanted to use up this yarn, and it is a it's a DK yarn. It's a hand-dyed yarn I bought from let me get the yarn label, because I have the yarn here but I don't have the yarn label with me. Let me just get it quickly. Okay, let me put this on. Alright, so the yarn I am using, let me show you, is this very pretty hand-dyed yarn. Very pretty. I love the color so much. So this is from Chromatic yarn. She is based in the UK. Chromatic yarn, and the colorway is called Aura of Vitality, and it's the sturdy DK yarn, 100% superwash blue face Leicester. I don't know how you pronounce that. 100 gram, 246 yard, hand wash lay flat. The corner of craft. I think you might know her because she have a YouTube channel here, and I love watching all her project. She also like doing what do you call it? Was it beading? Like, I don't remember. She do stitch marker as well. Yeah, I think she do all sorts of craft. So she is all and most of her hand-dyed yarn is very pretty, and she have this like super cool hand-dyed yarn. I think she is mostly her color is mostly inspired by dragons, or like, you know, like those very whimsical I don't know how you describe it, but yeah, like, but it's very nice. The color, most of her colorway is really nice. And oh, maybe let me show you. So this is the label, I mean the colorway, Aura of Vitality, sturdy DK. Here you go, the information. So I only got 2 of this, so which means I have about 492 yard exactly. And 492 yard, what can I do with that? So what I did is I look for a sweater pattern, which is obviously like a summer sweater pattern. It doesn't matter if there's a lot of hole, because it's going to be a very summery top. And I found a pattern which is called Cancun. I can show you the picture. Let me see, because I was looking at the Cancun. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but yeah, it's over here. It's a free pattern as well. I found this in Pinterest. Give me a minute, let me show you. You have probably seen this before. Look at the top, because there's so many, like, oops, doing this funny, many holes. So I hope it will be enough, because I only have 2 cake. I just cake it up, so I have 2. Not sure. Finger crossed. Hopefully it's enough. So I have only did knit like this much. This is just the first holy pattern, which is just a simple eyelet. Yeah, so that's the color. Isn't it cute? Yeah, I like the color a lot. Okay, I do hope I have enough yarn. If no, I don't know what to do. I'll probably just find something. I don't know. I seriously don't know what to do if I don't have enough yarn. I'll probably just make it very crop. That's the best I can do. Okay. So what was I talking about? 1, 2, 3. 3, right? 3 whip. So the last whip I have. Oops. Okay, the last whip I have is something also for the summer. Well, it's always summer here where I live. It's always summer. We don't have any other seasonal change, so it's always summer. So this is the classic tee by, let me see, Darling, wait, is it called Darling? What is it called? DarlingJadore? Yeah. So the classic tee by DarlingJadore, and you can find this pattern. I'll link down below. It's in Etsy, and it's just a very simple like t-shirt and yeah. So I used the yarn Drops Cotton Merino. This is the yarn, and the color, it's a very pretty like beige color. This is made in EU. Okay, and the color number is number 3. And I just did like not a lot, just I'm still doing the yoke. So yeah, this is the front. Still at the yoke. I haven't split for the sleeve yet. Still doing that. It's very nice. I like the fabric a lot. I like the stitch definition. Let's get it out of the way. There you go. Very pretty. Very simple. It's going to be a very nice summer t-shirt. And okay, that's it. Okay guys, I'm back. I think my camera is not really, it's like not balanced or something. I'm not sure what happened. Let me see. Oh, okay, it's okay. So where was I? Well, my camera stopped because my memory was full, so I need to get all the things off my memory card so I can continue what I was talking about. What was I talking about? I did show you my last whip, which is the classic tee. Yeah, okay. So actually I don't have much to talk about after that, but I do want to show you a swatch I made. So this is a swatch I made probably a few days ago, but I really love the fabric. You can see maybe like that. I love the fabric. The yarn that I swatched this with is the Holst Garn Coast. Yeah, Holst Garn Coast. And what was the colorway? Let me grab it and just show it to you. So this is the Holst Garn, and this is the coastline. This is 55%. I'm not sure how to read this, but it's a composition of wool and cotton. So it's either 55% wool or 55% cotton and 45% wool or cotton. And this is the colorway lead. Yeah. And I bought this off the Holst Garn website. There is also like 50-gram cake that you can buy, but at the time I really wanted the cone because I love the yarn. I have the cake before and I have felt the yarn and tried crocheting a little bit with it, and I really love the yarn. It's very lightweight yarn though. It's like lighter than fingering weight. So this particular swatch is actually made with two strand. If you can see, it's two strand of the coast yarn, because one strand is like so thin. It's to me it is like thinner than usual fingering weight. Yeah, so I knit this double strand, and it is, I think this gives a nice either fingering or a sport weight kind of feel. And this yarn is really nice and lightweight, and I really like it because it's a good yarn for summer as well, like hot weather. It is not too warm because there's cotton content and the yarn is not as thick. So I wanted to make this I wanted to make the Missoni Accomplished. Yeah, I think that's from the Espace Tricot from Ravelry. I have downloaded the pattern. It's a free pattern in the Ravelry, and it is very pretty. So I really wanted to make that using this yarn. I hope it's okay because I do have this yarn. I have 3 of the color for this coast, and I love all 3 colors. So this is the other 2 color I have, and this is the gray. So I have this 3. I think this 3 colorway is very nice. You can do a lot of different, like you can match this however you want. So I think I'm going to make the Missoni Accomplished with this and this one. And I really wanted to make the Mock Tea by Petite Knit using this color. Just haven't started yet. So that's why I did the swatch to see the fabric, because I did try single stranded when I do the swatch, and it is a little bit too gappy, too lightweight, and you will have to really size down the needle a lot to close up those gaps. So instead of doing that, I tried double strand, and it gave this really nice, not as gappy, but it's still quite lightweight, still nice and breathable. So yeah, so that's what I decided to do. I wanted to make the Missoni Accomplished. I hope the yarn is okay. I'm sure I have enough yarn because there's quite a lot. This is like if I'm not mistaken, how many gram is this? I don't really remember. I'll put it on the screen. Let me find out and put it on the screen. What is the yarn weight of the cone? And yeah, but there is one project that I am really eager to cast on, which is not the Missoni or the Mock Tea, but but it's something else. Well, first of all, I want to apologize if you can hear my daughter. She's outside playing. She's really like, yeah, she like playing very loudly. So anyway, so there is one pattern that I really wanted to cast on. I have been thinking about it like even before I went to sleep and when I wake up. I have been thinking about it a lot, but I didn't want to start it because I am still doing the HoneyComb Aran, whatever you want to call it. So I'm still doing this, and this one takes a lot of concentration, so that a lot of concentration, and because each row, the right side row is different, the cabling is different, and yeah, so, and that particular pattern, it's actually a vintage pattern. It's like a, you can call it jacket or cardigan. I really wanted to do that because I find the stitch very interesting, but there's actually just one size. So yeah, I'll probably have to use, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I bought it. I bought the pattern. It's called Amanda. It's a set, it's a one set pattern, so that includes the top, like a t-shirt, and also the jacket or cardigan to go with it. So I wanted to do the cardigan, yeah, but it's only one size, I believe, and because it's a vintage pattern, so it's like the pattern is like off a book or something, and you can see that it's only like a one page. It's going to be challenging because I will need to read through the pattern to see if I can understand what it says to be able to knit the pattern, and I hope I can do that. But I do have the yarn in mind that I'm going to use for that particular pattern. It's really pretty. It's a very pretty pattern, very sophisticated, very office-like pattern. I can say, yeah, I want to be able to finish that and, you know, proudly wear that to the office and like, yeah, like use it all the time. Okay, so I think that's about it. I'm feeling a little bit hungry. Really wanted to go make something to eat. Okay, so I think that's it, and if you have any question, let me know, or anything you want to ask about, like maybe the little little goat, cow, giraffe, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, okay, so I guess that's it, and I hope you enjoy this video. Please do like and subscribe, because then I will know you like the content that I'm putting out, and I do hope it inspires you in some way, and because I like watching podcasts as well and be inspired by them. And yeah, I wish you had a wonderful day. And oh, I actually forgot to say, I am actually wearing the camisole number 4 by my favorite things knitwear. Let me just, did I show this to you? I think I didn't. Yeah, so this is the camisole number 4. I like pairing it with a black t-shirt, and it's a very nice additional to your just basic t-shirt. And I did the large size to give it like more not very fitted feel. So yeah, okay, I really have to go, guys. Really hungry, really need to get some food in my tummy. So I'll see you again in the next video. So stay safe and happy crafting. Bye.